KLM 1079, taxiing via Alpha 13, Alpha 12 and Alpha Share 7 runway 24 skip.
Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Welcome back. So today's flight is taking us from Amsterdam to Belfast. Once again, the weather is pretty rubbish over the UK. I say rubbish in terms of just the wind. I've just been outside prior to this this stream starting, where I am pretty much in the centre of England almost, and yeah, I got clear blue skies, gorgeous weather, but it's a bit windy. So that's going to be the main feature of today's flight, and the weather. It's just the wind, and at the moment the weather at Belfast, where we're headed, is it's sort of gusting up to up to like 31, between 31 and 35, I think. But as the day goes on, it's going to be getting up to gusts of 45 knots. Now, they're not full-on crosswinds, of course. Can't get in if they are. But it's a lot of it is going to be headwind. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we get the aircraft down, and hopefully don't float with all that extra air going over the wings, things like that. So very little flare probably needed at the other end. Mind you, I say that. You say very little flare, then we end up just slamming it in, don't we? But with the gusts, yeah, we'll see how Microsoft Flight Simulator does with that and how we can react to it in the Phoenix. So, welcome on board, everyone. Hope you've had a good Wednesday afternoon. Is it Wednesday? What day is it? It's Thursday, isn't it? A good Thursday afternoon so far. And here we are this afternoon to play you out until the end of the working day. End of the working day, anyway, here in the UK. So welcome on board, guys. Welcome to our Twitch viewers, and welcome, of course, to those of you watching on YouTube. Those watching on YouTube, as always, you can get the operational flight plan. We've got that pinned in the chat as well. So hey, Andrew, David, Nick, Sean, Bruno, Jonas, and Paul van der Werf says his lovely home airport. Yeah, is the weather lovely? It's even windy here, isn't it? There's just winds whipping up around the Irish Sea, the English Channel, North Sea. It's awful at the moment, as you can just see now as well. If you look at the floor, you can just see a few splashes of rain coming in. When I first loaded into the sim, it was absolutely teeming it down here. Hey, Ace Airstream from a slightly overcast Porto. Fair enough. And hey, Mark, good to see you as well. My turn for a challenging landing. Yeah, let's see if we can get her in nicely. I was there when I watched HD earlier on today tackle the Isle of Man. That looked like good fun. So yeah, is HD back down in Gatwick now? Has he got down there okay? I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has. I don't think the weather's going to be too bad in Gatwick. Anyway, right, shall we get on board and get things started a little bit quieter as well? So there we are. Yeah, we are on VATSIM. Yeah. So as per usual, Mark says, yeah, that landing wasn't much better. Bless him. Well, I can slam him in with the best of them, so don't we worry about that. Let's have a look at the brief before we do anything, then we'll get the weather and sort things out. Yeah, so here we go. What are we today? Easy 59 Bravo X-ray off to Belfast from Amsterdam. Alternate is Manchester. Cost index 4, flight level 380. The headwind, because of those winds, slowing us down somewhat as well. Got to take off weight then of around 60.9 tons, so we're below max landing weight. What else? Yeah, winds and that shear rate looks okay. On route, we're expecting runway 24 departure. Belfast going to be runway 25. Plug fuel is 6.1. That's fine. We're not going to be taking plug fuel, not on a day like today. So the most extra fuel we could take is this number here. So we could take an extra, almost 6.9 tons. We could almost take an extra 6.9 tons, and that would then take us to our limit with regards to our landing weight when we get to the other end of Belfast. But it's not really a great idea to do that, because, well, we can get shortcuts and things like that, which means that we will be overweight by the time we get to Belfast, and that's not what we want. I don't want to be sat around circling just to burn off some fuel to come in, and I really don't want to be doing overweight landing procedure things either at Belfast. Not with the weather we've got, when one of the procedures for the overweight landing procedure is basically grease the aircraft down and, you know, get one of those butter landings in. I'm imagining it's not going to be like that today. But yeah, we're definitely going to be taking some extra fuel, because who knows, go-arounds could well be on the cards. In fact, HD had a go-around today, didn't he? at the Isle of Man, so if he needs to go around, then definitely no shame. No terrain for the majority of our flight today, certainly none here in Amsterdam. Weather at the moment, so ceilings as low as 600 feet, visibility is 4.5 kilometers, and here we can see Belfast then, so ceiling is 1,400. We've got 4 kilometers visibility. Yeah, so look, we've got pretty much almost the well, it's called a tailwind component, minus 22, so that's essentially a headwind for us because it's a negative figure. So a headwind of around 22 knots and then a crosswind of 8 knots coming in. So that of course, we've got gusts to throw in on that as well. So so yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're going to be dealing with when we get there. Yore, thank you for the follow on Twitch. It says, personally, if I were you, I would be an Emirates pilot like the big boys. It would be easy then. Well, yeah, the larger aircraft are somewhat easy to control as well in gusty weather. Wouldn't want to be taking a Cessna out today, that's for sure. The alternate then is Manchester. If you look at Manchester, great visibility, no clouds either. And look at that, there's zero crosswind. It's just all on the nose down on runway 23 down there. So Manchester's looking like an excellent alternate. So we'll certainly be sticking with that today. Right, so let's just see. Gone through that. That's fine. So the weather brief. Let's have a look what's actually happening. So, destination airport, so winds 230, 24, gusting 36, yeah, clouds, temperature, look at the QNH as well, look how low it is, you can tell it's a storm, QNH of 987 hectopascals, we've got, what's the date, it's the 12th, isn't it, so for the next 12 hours, it's going to be gusting 35, slight probability of showers of rain then, visibility dropping to 6 kilometers, again, that's no problem to us. This is the one that's going to be the issue. So this is starting at 4 o'clock local time, which is so it's about an hour and 15 minutes. This will start to get up. So 240 gusting 45. Well, most of that is still on the nose, you know, runway 25 at Belfast. So most of it's a headwind, but gusting up to 45. That's well, we're going to feel it. It's not going to be the smoothest approach in. So that's the biggie that we're going to be taking all that extra fuel for. And Manchester, just see what's happening in Manchester here. So this is today, showers of rain, visibility down to 6 kilometers, that's okay. And even here a little bit later on, look, it's going to be gusting 36 knots, but that's not for another 3 hours or so, 3-4 hours, so that one doesn't concern me. If we're still flying around in 4 hours time, then something's gone very wrong somewhere. So yeah, we're definitely going to need extra fuel. There's our flight route across the North Sea, and then the Irish Sea over the Isle of Man, and then just have a look at the seabed charts. So icing up to 16,000 feet, but once we're above that, we should be all right. So with the extra fuel we're going to take then, NOTAMs, let's just check any NOTAMs, things like that. That's runway 36, don't need that. In fact, you know what, I actually find the NOTAMs a lot easier to read on here, because a lot of the intersections and things, taxiways, they're highlighted in bold text, so they just pop out a little bit. So yeah, they got runway 36 centre, yeah, that's no problem. All traffic taxiway Golf, yeah, that's okay, don't need that. Taxiway Delta, construction shipment, runway 27, we're not using that. Bravo Delta, Yankee Charlie Delta has got some closed taxiways on it, but I don't think we use any of those today, so that's okay. In fact, we can just have a quick look and find out, because we will taxi on Alpha. I think it's Alpha all the way from hotel onto Alpha, onto Bravo, and then we can take Alpha. Is it Alpha 8? Zoom in a bit more. In fact, you might be able to see better on the parking stands chart just here. Oh yeah, there you go. So it's Alpha onto Alpha 8. Yeah, so none of those NOTAMs there are applicable to us. So so that's fine. Right, let me have a look at Belfast NOTAM, see if there's anything on here. Belfast VOR, no, hardly anything at all. And Manchester, which is the alternate, stands 32 is closed. That's not exactly a problem, is it? NDB is decommissioned. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing at Manchester, nothing at Belfast, nothing here at Amsterdam. So essentially, nothing for us to worry about. Talvin, good afternoon, sir. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for your kind super chat saying, how are you? Have you bought the latest VFR Airbus? Is it the baby bus, the A318 they brought out? Scammed you again. Phoenix is better. I'd not even considered touching that, I'll be honest with you, not since the last ones, or at least until someone comes in and brings out a fly-by-wire mod for it. Right, I'll leave this up here. There we go. We're over here. We're stand Hotel 6. So extra fuel, that's what we were talking about, wasn't it? What we're going to take. Plug fuel was it 6 tons, something like that? Yes, just over 6 tons. Right, well, you know, anything can happen on a day like today, and there could be aircraft blowing all over the place, adding to delays and things. So we can throw an extra couple of tons, and that's going to be fine. We're not going to be above maximum landing weight or anything daft like that. So let's go. I'm going to take 8. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take 8.1 ton overall, which is a couple of tons extra. So we'll tell the boys and girls to get that loaded in a little while. So that's fine. We've not got any ATC here, have we? No, that's fine. Okay. Right. So we're in the turnaround state, as you can see. So I'll just check. Nav logo lights are fine. Acupressure could do with just topping that up a little bit. Get the yellow pump on for that. And flaps, yes. Speed brakes, yeah. Parking brake, fine. Just let that get into the green band. Turn that yellow pump off, and then we're all good. Done. Fuel pumps are off, packs are off, signal signs are off, yada yada yada, all good. Right, so I think we're going to start getting everyone on board. We'll start getting things done. We'll set the box up, and then we'll go. We've got about 90 minutes till push. We might be a little bit late with that. We'll see how we get on. So request boarding, and we'll leave the APU off for the moment. Right, let's get the box set up. In fact, we can't leave APU off. I've just requested boarding, so APU master switch on. Give it a couple of seconds. 2, 3. Here we go. Right, so we've got our data page. 1 hour 20 minutes to flight time. IRS, we've got 3 nav greens. Aircraft status, engines good. Yeah, air cycle good. Okay, air cars uplinked for the flight route, things like that. Brookie 1809, good afternoon. You're just in from a damp and windy shift at Manchester. Yeah. It's stopped raining now, isn't it, at Manchester? You've probably hit the brunt of it then, mate, and it's now just stopped. It'll be a nice day for the rest of the day. Right, we're just going to load. I'll load the crew as well. Yeah, get the crew on board. Captain's obviously already on board. What's our flight number today? It's Easy 59 Bravo X-ray. Easy 59 Bravo X-ray. Cost index is probably 4. It usually is. Brooksy, yeah, it stopped raining when you left. Excellent. Ascani Insia, sorry, can't read that username. As Kasinka on Twitch. Good afternoon. Yeah, cost index of 4. Hey, Sarkotech. Hey, DRD. Good to see you. Thomas Barrett. Hello, Renato. Hey, Renato. It's been a while, mate. Hope you're well. Elliot, sadly you've got to go to work. No problem. I'll look forward to chatting to you next time. And thanks for mentioning it on the radio. That's amazing. Thank you, Elliot. Have a good shift. Hey, David from Leeds. Cost index of 4. Temperature 11. What's our tropo? 32414. Grab the winds. Pell Vanderwerf says I can tell as it's definitely raining there in Amsterdam. Yeah. I think I do find the weather's a lot more accurate now than when the sim first came out. It really is. IRS in it. Just check the coordinates for this. So many bloody charts here at Amsterdam. Where are we? Stand Hotel 6. So 52.186 north, 52.186, and 445.2, 445.10. Yeah, that's fine. Right, cruise flight level is 380 minus 58. Done. Okay, so departing then. Oh, did I put in the alternate? Yes, did. I just saw none there, but that's not. That's the company route. So departing runway 24 here at Amsterdam. It's on the Bergie to Sierra coming in at Belfast. So Bergie to Sierra and insert, and then at the other end it's the ILS 25, no star because Belfast doesn't have any, and the veers will leave that as no veers. We'll have to build that up ourselves. We get radar vector normally, but don't know if we'll have any ATC. Proxy says he had plenty of Airbus and Boeing wings to hide under, so he managed to dodge most of the rain. Yeah, you can't really go out there with an umbrella, can you? Be a bit of FOD, bit of a FOD caution. 461 miles, 449 miles. So just do a gross error check there. Check what we've got. Put the constraints on. Scroll through this. So yeah, departure up to the north, over the North Sea, and then other end of Belfast. Yeah, so brings us in coming at Ipset, flying a little teardrop approach, but we'll not do that. We'll vector ourselves off at Ipset and come in without doing that full approach. So yeah, that's why there's a little bit of a difference between the operational flight plan distance and what we've got here. Although we've just tied that up now. We've got 459 showing, 449. So yeah, 10 miles. That's nothing. Radnav page then here at Schiphol. Is it an Alpha Mike Sierra VOR? No, it's Schiphol VOR, isn't it? Sierra Papa Lima. We've got that auto tuned, but we'll hard tune it. Sierra Papa Lima. It's done. That's what we need really for Amsterdam. Cool. Happy with, and let's have a look then at. Just before people come on board, then let's get the APU bleed on. Let's tell the crew now they're here. We're ready for boarding.
Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags start to get loaded. So let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you.
Eskasinga, we're not on IVAO. No, I always usually fly on VATSIM. Wally, good morning, sir. Hope you're well. Stephen says we're in for a roller coaster of a landing at Belfast. Seriously windy there. Well, you guys sit back and relax, and I'll try and handle it. Okay, have we got our load sheet? Let's have a look. Hey Benny, hope you're well. Where do I find the GSX profiles? On flightsim.to. That's where most of them are available. Load sheet. Zero fuel weight then 54, no 55, rounded up, pretty much bang on. And zero fuel weight CFG 30.9. Fuel for the alternate at Manchester is let's call it 1.7. Hit the fuel planning, see what happens. Accept that. Planned takeoff weight center of gravity is 29.4. That might change though with the extra 2 tons of fuel we've loaded. Top Gun, good morning. Says good morning from a water deluged California. Oh dear. 6.3, that's fine. We're taking 8.1. So yeah, just under an hour's extra flight time. Perfect. Takeoff weight 62.9, which is still below our maximum landing weight. Right, let's go and do the performance calculations. So, runway 24, it's not dry. Flaps 1, it's not contaminated, so we can still do a flex takeoff. Anti-ice will be on. It's borderline, but we'll pop it on. Packs will be off. Takeoff weight is 62.9. Takeoff CFG is 29.4. Grab that live weather, sync that up, and we've got intersection data here for Amsterdam. Let me see. So, if we go via Sierra 7, that's full length, isn't it? Not Sierra 6, Sierra 5. We'll go Sierra... that'll be full length, won't it? 3435. Look at this chart here. 343. Oh, 3439. Okay. We'll plan full length. No, we won't. Sorry, we'll plan via Sierra 6, and if we go full length, then we're still valid, aren't we? Sierra 6 is there. Right, V speeds 126, then 140, 140. 126, 140, 140. So V1 obviously a lot lower than VR because of how wet it is. Transition altitude, yeah, is 3,000 feet here at Amsterdam. We're doing flaps 1, and our takeoff flex is 69. Done. Alright, engine out procedure then at Amsterdam. No terrain around, so I think it's a standard engine out procedure. Get SimSmart up and have a look. So thrust acceleration 988, 988, engine out 988 as well. That's fine, and yeah, so there you go, standard. 1500 feet, turn right to Sugal, and enter the hold. Alright, so secondary flight plan, copy active. Just whilst I remember, as people are now getting on board, let's give them some fresh air. That's done. Also, just quickly come over here as well, and load the Fenix all up. So 8.1 we've planned, isn't it? There we go. Yes, so Amsterdam 1 is the first waypoint on our departure. There we go, that's fine, but it's standard. So what we can do is SID. Pop that in there. So we might as well base it off Amsterdam 001 actually. So AM 001 place bearing will be 237. Pop that 15 miles out. There's plenty of time. Store that. Back to our secondary flight plan. So E out SID, then up to Sugal, into the hold. What we got? 114 right turns. Good. And then from there we shall be oh, hang on. From Sugal, from there we'll be coming back to Amsterdam if we've lost an engine, and that will be, I think they're using the runway that's 30 miles away, 18 right for landing. no stars, and Seagull is one of the Vias though, isn't it? Back in. There you are. That looks good. Just check it. Yeah, there we go. So straight out, it sits there, up, enter the hold at Seagull, and then there's the arrival route back in, which actually takes us straight over the airfield in the background, but we'd just be able to go direct to whatever this is, Alpha Mike 240 or whatever, vector ourselves back in there. That works. So, good. Last few passengers to get on board from self-loading cargo. GSX has closed my door a bit prematurely again, but refueling is now completed, so I'll get the signs off. External power, we'll leave that on for now actually, get the seatbelt signs on though, but just keeps the load low on the APU, so keep external power available for as long as we can. Right. Well, now then is a good time to start doing the brief while the last few stragglers of passengers are coming on. So let's just get the weather back up there, check it all out, update it. Yeah, so here we go. We've got winds are currently for us then 230 at 23, so pretty much a nice strong headwind as we depart. Visibility is 6 kilometers. We've got light drizzle and rain. Few clouds 700, scattered 800, broken 900. Temperature is 11. QNH is 1001 with no significant changes. And just check if I got the 1001. I thought that wasn't right. There we go. So yeah, as you can see there from the weather, it's just a nice windy takeoff, but shouldn't be too much lateral movement for that. Engine one will probably be critical, won't it, on the takeoff roll? So that's fine for the departure. It's just going to be a bit wet, so we're using wet performance figures for the takeoff calculations. Weather en route is fine, a little bit of icing up to 16,000 feet, and then once we're able to get to the other end, it's going to be windy. Most of it down the nose, but we are going to probably feel it again a bit from the left as we come in. And the winds are getting worse, so we don't spend too long sat here on the ground. Aircraft type is A320, fully serviceable, with the exception of the weather radar. Sadly, on a day like today, that would be useful. Performance of the aircraft is fine, nothing broken, nothing not working properly, all is good. No times, we've checked those, nothing for our departure, nothing for our arrival either really. Threats to be aware of, yeah, it's just going to be the weather overall. Threats here at Amsterdam, we've got no air traffic control, so we just need to listen out on Unicom, make the appropriate calls, etc. Make sure we know where we're going. I've said this before when I get here, just sometimes it's very easy to get lost around this kind of intersection just here, so just want to take this a little bit slow as well. So yeah, no threats really for the departure. It's just going to be a wet departure, and as I've just said, just be aware that the winds will be coming slightly from the left as we go down. But it is a wet runway, so just bring that into our forefront of our minds in case we need to stop. And how are we going to do the taxi? Yeah, so sure, where are we? We're at a Hotel 6, I think it is. Where are you? Yeah, Hotel 6, so I'm going to push back, facing northeast. Taxi out via Alpha 19, then we're taxiing right on Alpha, follow Alpha all the way around, and we will take, just makes more sense, doesn't it, to take Sierra 7, which is full length, and then our performance calculations for Sierra 6 are valid as well. So yeah, that's fine. If we take 7 Echo or 7 Whiskey, both of those are valid for us. So yeah, to be fair, it should be 7 Echo. We take 7 Whiskies for vacating. Then the takeoff roll is straightforward as we depart. As you can see, no terrain, straight out, slight left-hand turn. It's going to be a noise abatement 2 departure. First turn, as I say, slightly to the left. Transition altitude is 3,000 feet. MSA for us is nice and low, 1,700 feet. No terrain around Schiphol. And then our initial climb is up to flight level, is it 80? Sorry, 60, flight level 60. Check, we've got that in 60,000, that's fine. That's all good. And then the emergency brief, so standard Airbus emergency brief, and then we, if we have the engine failure after V1, then it's a standard engine out procedure departure, straight out. Then once we've secured the engine, shut all that down, we're happy. Past 1500 feet, right turn to Sugol, enter the hold. That's all in the secondary flight plan. Right, I think everyone's now on board, so we're about ready to get going. So shut the doors, disconnect the ground power, tell GPU they can go away. APU is up and running, powering the aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Cat 2 in up, yep. That's fine, I'll sort itself out once we've got the engine running. Final load sheet's just come in, so let's accept that. 0 fuel 854.9. Yeah, that's fine. Takeoff weight 62.8. We planned 62.9, so that's fine as well. The CFG, how's this been changed? So the CFG is 28.8. We planned on 29.4. That's within limits, so we don't need to rerun any performance takeoff calculations. Excellent. Okay, a couple of final checks to the checklist, get the ground crew sorted, then let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Gavin, and I would like to welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft. We expect a good flight with you today, with no weather problems showing in front of us.
I may be lying.
So we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you can get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention. A special welcome on board to our Easyjet Sim Pilot members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our Easyjet Sim Pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we are airborne.
Okay, right, we're on Unicom? 1228? Can't tell. There, that's better. Both standby and the active were the same, which was a bit confusing. Final check, we've got no air traffic control. No, we're on our own, so yeah, no problems. Get the ground crew into position then. Cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 8,080 kilograms. Balance, seatbelt signs are on. It is got the 3 navs and the barrier F is 1001. QNH is cross-checked. Come on then. Let's prepare for pushback and departure.
Cabin crew, please van doors and cross-check.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I should have said as well, nice long taxi, so we'll do a single engine taxi here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
It's a long taxi, so we've got plenty of time.
Report traffic, KLM 342, runway vacated, runway 22.
Can our truck driver get to us? Someone's rather inconveniently parked some stairs in the way. Well, that's the way to do it, just drive straight through them. Fine. And skip all traffic easy. 59 Bravo X-ray, stand, Hotel 6, push it back now, facing northeast.
Locking gear.
So, beacon lights on. Transponder. Set your pressures in the green. And we're going to be pushing tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
So before takeoff checklist, parking brakes set, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB flight mode, and on silent for the film, etc. Doors are closed and armed, and beacon light is on. Parking brake released. Hey Chris, looks a bit murky.
All
Yeah.
engines clear. Start at will.
Nozzle steering is disconnected. Right, let's get the engine started.
Triple traffic,
Engine mode set to ignition. Starting
taxi
engine.
by Alpha, runway 24.
Engine 1. Where the heck is this guy taking me? Which way did I tell him to push me? Oh my word. Stop, 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 stop. Did I press the wrong one? Was that him or was that me?
Please set parking brakes.
Yeah, I think I will. Parking brake set.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Well, that's that may have been me. I'd need someone to go back and watch the stream to see which one which one I selected.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
I may have said tail
The
right. I
safety
don't know if I
card is in
clicked
your
tail
seat
right.
pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position.
Triple traffic, KLM 342. Holding short runway 36 right, 18 left.
In the middle.
Ready to cross over. Any inbound traffic, please report.
Lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you.
Nothing heard. KLM 342 crossing 18 left.
Baggage on board. Your seat
Right,
belt is
Left is
fastened,
clear. Right is
adjusted,
clear.
and
Left
released
is clear,
as
is
shown.
it? I'm not so
It
sure.
must be fastened when the
Can I
seatbelt
get them to
signs
come
are
back and
on,
do that
and we
again?
recommend that you keep
Will it
fastened
work?
at all times.
No, it won't. Right, do you know what
If
then?
the air supply fails,
I do
masks
have
will
pushback
drop
helper
from
as my
above you.
backup,
Pull a
so
mask towards you to start the oxygen.
let's
Put the mask over
let's
your
see if we
nose
can
and
get
mouth.
that working, shall we?
Hold in
Engine
place
1
with the strap.
starting.
Pull on
Let's
each side to
reverse
adjust. Put on your
and,
own mask before helping others.
and try to push us back
If we land
properly.
on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around
God
your
knows
waist.
what he's doing.
Click together. and
Right,
pull the strap
parking
to
brake is
adjust.
released.
Do not
The problem here, we've got
inflate it
this
inside the aircraft.
nozzle steering disconnected.
When
Hopefully that's
outside,
not going to
inflate
mess
by
things
pulling
up.
the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There's a
I could use the
light
pushback
and
tool
whistle
from
for
the EFB as
attracting
well, of
attention.
course.
We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Christopher's just rewound the stream back, so I did click the right one, but the push just went. Okay, well, you know. Ground crew in Amsterdam must have been having a fun day whilst on their tea break. Well, engine 1's all happy and stabilised anyway, so we might as well engine 1 select us back to normal. Turn the EPU bleed off. We'll get the yellow pump on.
Get on traffic, KLM 013 Hotel taxi and holding flight runway 24.
Right, anti-ice and spoilers rudder, flaps 1. Set the trim, which I've forgotten what it was. There you go. I can do a much better pushback than GSX. Right, stop there. Parking brake on. Tug disconnected. Fine, 28.8 for the trim. We'll go and set that. Right, let's do the let's do our taxi then. So presumably tug driver has disappeared, he's no longer in our way. So announce our taxi now then. Skip all traffic easy, 59 Bravo X-ray on Alpha 19, taxiing to Sierra 7 runway 24 via Alpha.
Skip all traffic, KLM 03 outside line 24 for immediate departure.
Right, let's get the lights on. Here comes the rain again. Beware for me on Twitch. Hello, you're from the Netherlands. It's awful weather. Good to see the Sims doing it right then. And Ken Amsterdam says it happened to him too with GSX, sending him the wrong way. Yeah, it's one of those things I guess we just have to live with. Right, bets on where we start engine 2.
Skip all traffic, Easy 464 lining up runway 24.
Aerobase 96, good afternoon, hope you're well. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey Mona, good to see you. Christopher, can you feed me? Potentially, but it's not the way to do it. But I guess it's an option. You normally do that on stand if the APU's bust. Weather is naff, isn't it? Cover Road says he's currently flying from Gatwick to, is that Doha in the 787? It's a decent length flight.
And Easy 464 is rolling runway 24.
Easy 464, I've just realised who that is. Hi Nick, how you doing? Good to see you in the proper colours for a change. So I think can I cheat and have a look where we are here? Oh no, it doesn't actually show us where we are on these ground charts. So we're just following Alpha all the way around, aren't we? The weather almost looks like LVPs because of the rain. Hey Peter ACCO, how you doing my friend? Nick, we won't say anything. Right, this is where I've got to be careful. So the taxiway splits just here. We actually want to follow it around. Don't take a right, otherwise we end up going to the gate. So it's just down here, isn't it? So straight on, sort of this bit just here. Stay on Alpha. We don't want to go this way. Right, let's get engine 2 started. So, yellow pump off, APU bleed on, engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine 2. Will be interesting when Flight Tampa bring out their Amsterdam airport, won't it? And Pyrigi are doing East Midlands, aren't they? That'd be nice for some summer ops.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff.
Will the sun have set in Belfast, do we reckon, when we get there? Nick says, wow, the rain up here. Is it a bit wet, Nick? Right, engine 2's happy. Engine mode selector to normal rather. APU bleed can come off. APU masters can come off. Anti-ice is already on. Okay, so the after start checklist. Anti-ice engine is on. Ecom status detect pitch trim is 28.8% and set. Rudder trim is neutral. Okay, let's just slow aircraft down a little bit. We'll do a flight control check then. So I'll go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left. Avoid the catering truck, and we're happy. So pets check, no change to performance. Wet figures, it's definitely wet. QNH still the same, 1001. Flex of 69. Engine out procedure, standard straight out 1500 feet, then right turn to Sougal. Departure is Bergy 2 Sierra, slight left after departure. 2000 feet, we're going to contact, well, we would contact ATCs if they were on, but they're not. And our initial stop climb altitude is 6,000, flight level 60. Okay, left turn, and we're lining up via Sierra 7, I think. Oh no, we are going to take Sierra 6. That's fine. Performance is still valid for Sierra 6. So crossing Bravo, nothing coming. That guy's on a different runway over there. I've not heard any calls, but never mind. And here we are at Sierra 6. So, quick check what's happening over here. No, nothing. They're on a different runway for landing. That's fine. Okay, so the taxi checklist flight controls have been checked. Flap setting config 1 FMA is climbing up blue 152 6000 blue flex 69 radar predictive wind shear. Let's get all that on. Auto brake max. Do that. TO config. Happy. Don't need the ground radar. ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. EFP is stowed. Get that disconnected. Both sides. Done. Skip all traffic easy 59 Bravo X-ray lining up via Sierra 6 runway 24. So approach path is clear, indeed it should be, given that this is not a landing runway. Lights on, and TCAS. rain's getting stronger now, isn't it? So the lineup checklist, cabin is secure, takeoff runway is runway 24 via Sierra 6, packs are off, TCAS TARA. Don't need to follow the green lines, therefore vacating. Let's get ourselves on the tarmac and give us as much runway as we can. Okay, here we go. So, 4 minutes engine run time. That's good. Skip all traffic easy. 59 Bravo X, runway 24 rolling. Okay, takeoff. Start the chrono, 50% M1. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. And flex SRS. Checked. V1. Rotate. Nav. That's windy. Gear up. Yeah, look at that. A headwind of about 32 knots as we lifted off there. You can see the speed tape bobbing up and down. Right, Dublin's about an hour and 20 minutes away. And just climb. Climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. Get back one on. Not going to see much of the ground now, are we? That's it, it's just an orange blur. S-speed. Flap 0, spoilers disarmed, get the other packs on. Don't think the cabin crew and the passengers will be getting released anytime soon. So 2,000 feet, we'd transfer over to a departure frequency, but they're not online. Give ourselves a higher clearance, so let's get up flight level 200. So, come on, click spots. And set standard. Standard, up climb 200 blue. How's the view, guys? Does it look any good? It's awful, isn't it? Right, it says standard on the standby. Oh, right, coming into the chat. Hey everyone, how you doing? Hope you're well. Sean says enjoy the pea soup. Could be like this for a while. Lionel says it looks like we're flying at Mars. Yeah, it's very red, isn't it? Very red. Turks, the view always matches the aircraft's paint job. Yeah, pretty much. Similar colours, isn't it? Thank you for the subs and follows that we got whilst we were setting up and departing as well. Right, there's our right hand turn. Noob2 says he can see his house. Where? Do you live at Bespin? I'll turn the screens down actually. They don't need to be this bright when we're in this much cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is off.
Especially the first officers.
We recommend that you keep your
far too
seatbelt
bright for him.
fastened whenever you are seated. toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay, coming up on 10,000 feet, so accelerating away. Spoilers, flaps, gear, lights. We'll pop airports on the e-face per page. Cost index of 4. Right now, let's clear that up. Second flight plan, copy the active. Oh, that rain. I can hear it. Alright, just check the progress page as well. Flight level 380s are planned. Flight level 380 is available to us, so yeah, let's go for it. 380 blue.
Skip traffic to Zara 3 Mike is established on low rise runway 22.
Well, I think the weather over the UK is actually a lot better. It's just windy. It's very windy. Sir 90, thank you for the follow. Oh, see, Denton, you've just missed the takeoff. Never mind. It was a nice one as well. It was very wet. Very wet. Yeah, Mark, even the sky's Easyjet orange today. Turn the cabin lights off. I don't think we need those. Oh, hang on. No, that's the wrong app for that, isn't it? There we go. Turn those off. I don't think. Don't think we need them.
Nice landing. Please report immediately when runway is clear.
There we are. Oh, if the weather's clear, I might even see my house. Yeah, there's nothing exciting to look at today being a passenger, is there? It's we've all done flights like this, where you want to see the ground from close down as you climb out. But really, 800 feet up, it's gone. Never to be seen again. Right, well, things are settling down, so ding the cabin crew. They can start sorting things out. What's the temperature doing? Yeah, temperature's still within icing limits, so it did say it was going to be like that up to about 16,000 feet, which I think it's going to be more than that. Luke Van says he's sad he's a new simmer. His flight and fly-by-wire went well until the approach. Yeah, you see the taking off is voluntary, but landing's mandatory, isn't it? So that's probably the part which will require the most due care and attention, and it'll come, especially if you're new to it, Luke. So don't feel bad about it. It will come, but it does take practice. And as everyone on this channel who's familiar with it will attest to, even I slam them in every so often. Today, I think, is also going to be one of those days. Hey Panos, good to see you. Ah, Lee, good evening, sir. How are you? How did your motivational work day go? Have you now got a full-on crew, all gambling with you taking a percentage of the wins, not the losses, obviously? Electro Soldier might be an auto land if it's like this in Belfast. Nah, it won't be.
Easy, thank you.
For two reasons. Number one, the weather's good, so it won't be an auto land. And number two, the weather's that strong that we wouldn't be able to land with an auto land. Quiz question for you: what's the maximum headwind we can get with an auto land, including gusts, in the Airbus A320? Eastman says he sat at Rotterdam station waiting for his train to Belgium, so he's happy there's a stream. Is it raining there, Lee? C. Denton says 20 knots, Mark 18 knots. Any advances on that? I will tell you the answer, of course. Don't need to Google it. Nick's still not out of the clouds. He's at flight level 290. Nice. Yeah, anti-ice still on. At least we know roughly where the sun is. It's brighter over there than it is over there. Rick says 30 knots. Yeah, Rick's right. There's an easy way to remember it. So the limitations for an auto land are 30 knots headwind, 20 knots crosswind, and 10 knots tailwind. And if you think of it, just counting down from the nose, 30, 20, and then the tail back there somewhere, 10. Yeah, think of it like that. It's the way I remember it. 30, 20, 10, working your way down the side of the aircraft. And we've got gusts up to about, well, above 30 knots. Danny Robble! Happy New Year, Danny! How are you doing? I thought today, actually, when we were departing Amsterdam, I thought, where's Danny? We've not seen him for a while. So it has been a little while. I came home somewhat wet, gusting up to 50 knots early here in Rotterdam. Ugh, lovely. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. You can now dry off while watching us attempt to land in Belfast. When will these clouds end? It's not even like we're climbing slowly out of them. We're doing 1,700 feet per minute. Carl, this is one big cloud layer. Yep. Quite right. Probably, if I'm being honest, one of the deepest I've seen. Oh, here we go. Look, look, look. I can see sky. Not much of it, but I can see sky. I'll be able to take the anti-ice off soon. Alright, seatbelt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has now been turned off. You are now free to move around the cabin and the toilets are now available. However, when in your seat, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Oh, nice that we've finally broken out of them, although, well, kind of cloud surfing a little bit at the moment. Oh, there's still a wall of cloud there. Not the kind of cloud that we could have gone around even if we'd have got a weather radar. It was just tough. David Perry says, being sunny here near Toulouse, we should have gone south. No wind either. The northwest tip of France, I think, has got some wind. I was looking at Brest Airport earlier on, and yeah, that looked iffy. Danny says, you've been really busy with school and that lately, but it's becoming a little bit better. That's good news, Danny. Good to have you back on stream for today, at least, anyway. Right. Oh, yeah, temperatures dropped. We're well without icing range, so get rid of that. Pat Den, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome on board. So if I'm just looking at what we're doing, where we're going, etc., etc. Just okay, let's go to the Equatine point. So Eham and Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Let's throw Manchester in there. Let it work itself out. just in case something goes bang over the North Sea. I want to know whether to turn around or not. Mind you, depending on what's gone wrong. I don't know what the weather is now in Amsterdam, but it didn't look very manual landing, did it? You know, technically it is. Yeah, 6 kilometres. A few clouds, 700 feet. So what's happening in Belfast? Let's see. Currently Belfast is gusting 31, varying between 190 and 250. That again makes things awkward, but visibility is absolutely fine. So we can still, in theory, we can still get in. If the weather had been absolutely rubbish, so you needed to auto-land, then that's it, game over. Manchester, here we come. Eastbirds, your train today got speed restrictions due to the wind. you know it's windy when that happens. Nick Borrows is having a nice jam and toast tea, excellent. Ainslev, what does real ops mean? So real ops means that we basically just do things as realistically as possible, so as would be done in the real world, real operations, I guess. Jip 5 says it's become even worse in Schiphol since we took off. It was just starting to look that way, yeah, actually, as we lined up on the runway, all the rain started to come in, so I think we got out of there in good time, didn't we? We'll get to top of climb, do the checks, find some alternates, see what the weather's like on those. Hopefully, push on to Belfast. So I've got all these wonderful bits of scenery and landmarks and things in the North Sea, oil rigs, ships, tankers, helipads from Aerosoft's North Sea package, and I can't see a single bloody one of them, thanks to the weather today. I am assured it's bad. I know for a fact, well, if Microsoft Flight Simulator it is indeed correct and doing its thing, I know for a fact that by the time we kind of get here, the weather should be great. You know, I can just look out the window and see that. Unless it's changed in the last hour. I have no windows here in the room I'm in with the office, which you may think is an awful thing, but actually I really like it. Particularly as nighttime flights, I can just turn all the lights out and then there's no glare on the screen. Works well. Good for immersion. Sashi is cool. 2006 on Twitch. Good afternoon to you. Denton, the clouds look good though. Yeah, they don't look bad, do they? It's rare I see bad clouds. I'll be honest. I know some people do seem to struggle with them, but I'm quite happy with how these look. What time does the sun set in Belfast today? Eastbirds, you've got Nick gambling. What are you doing? Eastbirds, have you ever managed to break through the £1 million barrier just yet? Hey Beluga, he says he's just run out of school. Was it raining where you were? My first officer is going absolutely barking mad at something, but not to worry, I've got camping crew to sort him out today. Ace Aviation says 4:24 for the sunset. Right. 4:47, so now we're going to miss it. There'll be some residual light, I'm guessing, but not too much. 4:24 seems early. That's only half an hour, isn't it? Eastbirds, you've not managed to hit the magic 1 million yet. Fair enough. Good. Didn't you say you were just going to give us 10 failures? We'll be in the North Sea. See, it's quite nice up here, isn't it? It's relaxing, it's calm. You wouldn't even know that there was anything daft going on with the weather. Although the 80 knot headwind isn't helping us. God, I'm hungry. I'm never hungry till I start the stream. I need to start bringing chocolate bars into the cockpit with us. Nick, is there going to be a Cockpit 3 landing? Oh, well, that's for us to work out a little bit later on. We'll get to cruise and then we'll go through all that stuff. But if we can stop on a Config 3, then yeah, as most of it's actually a headwind, that's going to help us slow down, so that's going to be useful. Eastford says, I did say it was going to be too bad that we can't see any of the area of soft scenery. At least there would be boats to salvage the souls. Yeah, and the parts. What we got? 36,000 feet. Oh, we're nearly there. East Midlands, about 140 miles away. See East Midlands there, Birmingham a little bit further away than that. Over to the south of us, we've got the London airport down down here. Southeast. Does look nice though, doesn't it? Just wish there were a few gaps so we could look down and see the splashing waves. Although I bet because of this cloud layer it's just dark down there, isn't it? You won't be able to see anything anyway.
In just a few moments we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Yeah, right. Just had a message from HD telling me about how the how the flights in the stream went today. I saw the first landing, I didn't see the second one. I think the wind got the better of his aircraft. Fair play to him though. Alemani went round for the first time, which I thought was a good decision. Just became a bit destabilised in the last sort of 100 feet or so. So yeah, decided that's it. I'm off. We'll have another go, and we may end up doing something very similar. Here today. Hey Sean, says he's just lurking while creating his own airport. Oh, amazing! I wish I could get into stuff like that. Well, one, I don't have the time, and two, I certainly don't have the knowledge or the know-how of how to do that. But yeah, that's good on you. We'll have to pay it a visit. Right, there we go. We're finally at cruise altitude, flight level 380. And I'll cruise, get the TCAS to below, and we'll increase that to an exciting 4 in the cost index. Alright, do the top climb checks.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know, we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we're not anticipating any major delays or bad files are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet SIM pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Yeah, so all that's good. Nothing broken. So let's go check the en route weathers then. See what's occurring. Have we got an ATC around? Don't think we do. No, I think we're on our own. So let's have a look first off at our alternate at Manchester, see what's happening there. So Manchester's 230, gusting 24, that's fine, they're straight down the line, quite happy. Visibility is down to about 4.5 kilometres from the northwest. Showers of rain, few clouds, 1,200 scattered cumulonimbus clouds as well. Temporary showers of rain and broken 1,400. Okay, but that's still happy and doable, isn't it? Where else we got? Let's just have a look at East Midlands actually. It's not too far away. That's not the message I wanted to see. I'll go away. Right, come on. Where's my weather data? There we go. 27 knots, 250. What's their runway? It's 27, isn't it? So that's not too bad either. What else have we got? What's happening up at Glasgow? See, Doncaster would be a good shout if they'd not shut it down. Would have been a perfect, nice long runway. Glasgow, winds gusting 40 knots. Oh, screw that, I'm not going there. 240 gusting, 210, 24 gusting, gusting 40, yeah, no chance. Alright, well let's get the important one in. Let's check Belfast. So, let's go to our arrival performance and we'll have a look. I'm thinking flaps 3 is going to be the way to go. So, has it been raining in Belfast today? Oh God. This is what I was afraid of. I said, they did say this could happen after 4 o'clock, and it's 5 to 4 now. 23024, gusting up to 44 knots. This is going to be very windy. Visibility's fine, scattered 2,500, scattered 4,600, towering cumulus, and ooh, bit of a bump there. QNH 985, yeah, right, okay. Most of it is still on the nose though. Let's do a landing check. So, it's not raining, is it? It's not raining, so it should be dry. So dry, runway 25, final METAR. Yeah, there it is, look. Oh, hang on. It's 1520 Zulu. When's this one? 1550 Zulu. Oh, it's not updated on the FB. Right, let me copy the information across then. So winds are now 230 at 24. So up that a bit. QNH is 985. That hasn't changed. That's fine. Temperature 7. That hasn't changed either. What's our landing weight going to be? So, Simmer Ryan says on Twitch, would I expect anything less from Belfast than rubbish weather? Oh, I've been there before, it's quite nice in the summer. So fuel predicted when we get to Belfast is 4.7, our zero fuel weight is 61, so landing weight is going to be 65.7? That's not good. What's that maximum landing weight? That's definitely no good. No, we're going to be too heavy. Max landing weight for this aircraft is 64.5. We're going to land with 4.7 tons of fuel. And our... oh, I'm looking at gross weight. Numpty. Zero fuel weight is 55. Yeah, sorry. So 55. So landing weight is going to be around 59.7. So let's call it 60 tons. Oh, I was worried then. I thought, no way. Can't be. Right, 60 tons. Auto brake low, yeah, fine. But I want flaps 3, so just extend that a little bit. Oh, no problem. Auto brake low would get us in as well, particularly with the wind slowing us down. Yeah, so as it currently stands, the crosswind component is 8 knots, the headwind's 23, so that's going to slow us down quite nicely. So auto brake's low and flap 3 landing. Works for me. Oh, flippin' heck. I nearly banged my head on the overhead then. And then ground speed mini is going to be going wild as we head down that runway, isn't it? Phil says Jersey is interesting right now. Yeah, that was not a place I wanted to go. That's going to be very, very windy, very short runway, and just not fun in the slightest. M-Top1 says he's watching this whilst waiting at the barbershop. Excellent. Alright, so happy with the landing calculation, that's what we'll do. Let's build up the approach then. Let's go to plan mode. So there are no SIDS or stars at Belfast, so we come in via Easyjet, and then what it would have us do is fly to the Belzoo waypoint, which is basically the airfield, and then kind of fly a pattern round. I don't want to do that, so if we have a look at the charts, this is what we can do instead. Vector ourselves in. Let's get the charts up. Have I pinned any charts for this just yet? Ah, no. Right, okay. So quick ground charts, parking stands and coordinates. Yeah, we'll pin that one, and the airport as well. And then the arrival. Pin that. And the approach. ILS 25. Don't need Cat 203. The weather's not that bad. Yep, so from Easyjet we're not going to go straight to Belzoo. We're going to come out and come out from Easyjet, and then I'm just going to program this in. We're going to go from Easyjet to and fly this almost like a DME arc just here. So Delta 127 Papa. So Delta 127 Papa in just there. And then from there it's Delta 077 November. And then that's it, we're on to the fix, final fix 25, which I think is there, the centre fix, final fix 25. So if we get rid of Belzoo, clear that discontinuity, see how's that look. There you go, look. Perfect. And insert. Job done. So we want to be 4,000 feet as well at Delta 077 November. You can see minimums we can get down to is 4,000 feet until we pass this waypoint here. I think we're going to be in cloud as well, so it's going to be IMC, so we'll respect that. If it was a nice, beautiful, clear day with no clouds, then if we could see the terrain, so we could disregard that and get lower. But no, so let's 4,000 feet just here. And then if we tell it after that, that we also want to just tweak the speed as well. So at the centre fix, yeah, not 209 but instead 180 knots. Insert, done. Socket, why not place put a PBD between the two for a better DME arc? Well, it doesn't have to be a perfect DME arc. Remember that in real life you wouldn't fly this. The chance of you flying this particular arc is negligible. This arc is all based off the Belfast VOR. Well, the Belfast VOR, I think, is now actually unserviceable. I think they've gotten rid of it. So you probably wouldn't even fly what we've just programmed in there. I've just programmed that in just for laziness' sakes. Normally you'd just get vectored in by ATC. If ATC come online, they'll come and take us off the approach from what's the waypoint called? They take us off the approach from Ipset and just guide us in. So yeah, we wouldn't actually need to worry about flying a perfect 13-mile DME arc, because it doesn't happen. Right, should be on the ground in a little under an hour. Perfect. Right, so flat band's been sorted. Up in the Belfast VOR for a bit of situational awareness. That's done. Of course, things go out of service in the real world, they don't go out of service here in the sim. So, Belfast, runway 25, get that in there. And again, I'm just going to go on our fixers page here, pop in Belfast 25, and if we pop in a 9-mile radial there, radius ring there, then that's just where we know we want to be. Glide slope cap should be about 3,000 feet as we transcend that point. So happy that box is set up, random's done, progress page is all done, performance page, let's go have a look. Right, what was the weather doing? Hang on, I can get it over here, can't I? So it is 23024. See what happens to the VAP here when we do this. Yes, it's just dropped a little bit. 23024, temperature is 7. And the QNH is 985 hectopascals. What are the minimums off the chart for the Cat 1 at Belfast? 468. There we go. And yeah, because of the gusty weather, we're gonna have 5 to that. 146. Gives us a slightly better chance of getting in. So there we go. Cleans 2 to 4. We've got VAT 146. Good. Sunset. If you are enjoying the afternoon stream, guys, please do me a huge favour and hit that like button. It does make a big difference, so thanks to everyone who's done that for me already. Luke Vandiver, where can you find the baro? So the barometric altitude minimums are just here. The big numbers in bold. Just there. 468. Runway visual range as well, I should have mentioned, is above 550 meters. So yeah, we're legally able to start that approach. Other things that we can just look at, get some information regarding the arrival. Look at the ground charts actually, where are the minimums? Yeah, so decent length runway. We've already checked that we can start flaps 3, so that's fine. Can take Delta 1, can also use this as a taxiway as well because it's not an active runway today. 25, 3 degree Pappies, 45 meters. Lovely. Good. All we have to do is land safely. Luke Vandiver, that is for a manual landing ILS approach. Aviation says Turkish Airlines has gone around 3 times now. The winds are bad in Birmingham. 3 times? Ooh. Normally they have to abandon it after the 2nd time and go somewhere else. Oh, if that's happening at Birmingham... if that's happening at Birmingham, what on earth is the weather at Birmingham? See what's making him go around. Luke Vander, that's for Cat 1. Yeah, manual landings Cat 1. Cat 2 and 3 are auto lands usually. Birmingham. Oh, it's not even that bad. 260 at 14, gusting 25. What's Birmingham's runway configuration? What's available at Birmingham? Have a look at SimSmart. Oh, alright, so yeah, okay, it is a crosswind. Almost a dead-on crosswind as well. Yeah. I forgot Birmingham's runway configuration is more north to south, isn't it, than east to west. Most of the runways built in the UK are east to west because of the prevailing winds. Birmingham and Leeds Bradford then, as well, have built it the wrong way round. Right, I think I live down here somewhere. I've just realised where we are. Can't see, the window's too messy. I told you the weather was nice though, where I lived. Yeah. I'd have to find the M1 and work out where it is. Can't really tell, it's a bit too hazy down there. Oh, well, never mind. Manchester's down here somewhere anyway. In fact, is that Manchester? No, it might just be puddles. Danny says they're going to have to divert now, after 3 times. Can't imagine ops allowing another one. I think, well, normally it's 2 times. You do 2 times, and if you can't get in on the 2nd time, that's it. You're off. So maybe it's company SOPs to have a 3rd go. The 3rd landing must be assured. And if they've gone around 3 times already, they've already messed that up. Ryan says they've now diverted up north. Yeah, they'll get into Manchester. What kind of aircraft is it? Is it a 330 or a 320? I can't see them not getting into Manchester. Oh, it's a 321. 321 Neo. Yeah, they'll get into Manchester. The wind is more favourable. Danny, is that normal? Yeah, so about the go-arounds. I thought it was an industry thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe... Or maybe other airlines just think, ah, sod it. We'll do what we want. We've got the fuel to have another go. Right, let's do the brief. So, start with the weather. Okay, winds 230 at 24, gusting 44. Visibility is fine though. A few scattered clouds, having cumulus. QNH is nice and low, 985. Set that way in here. Keep going. There we are. Yeah, so there you can see the winds. That's going to be good fun, isn't it? So that's yeah, lots of wind buffeting the aircraft, lots of headwind as we come in with a crosswind thrown in for good measure from the left. Aircraft still fully serviceable, all working nicely. No NOTAMs for our arrival today. Threats to be aware of? Yeah, wind and weather. That's really the only thing that's going to cause us an issue when we get in, if we get in, as we try to get in. So yeah, you can expect to see as well ground speed mini units doing its job with that headwind, so it's going to be targeting a much higher speed on the speed tape than you're used to seeing. We just keep an eye on the ground speed as we get down. That's what it's going to try and maintain at what have we got it at? 146. Yes, 146. Oh right, so we're going to attempt to land runway 25 via Ipset, and then we're going to fly fly from Ipset and perform this sort of botched DME arc from these couple of waypoints around here. Plan will be 4,000 feet at this point. Green dot, of course, and then we get flaps 1 as we approach here. Help us get down towards platform altitude. Platform altitude 2,500 feet. ILS approach, normal 3 degrees, runway's 45 meters long. Nice long runway. We've done our landing performance calculation to see that we can stop with a flaps 3 landing, so that's going to be fine. We're going to be using auto brake low as well to stop us in good time as we vacate the taxiway on. Vacate the runway. We can either take runway 35, or if need be, roll all the way to Delta and then taxi back to the stand. The go around here is pretty straightforward. Yeah, so initial climbs 3,000 feet. Once past 2,500, make a right hand turn back and hold at the Belfast VOR. So that's it. All done. Well, the other thing to check is if we need to go around for more goes. Yeah, we've got loads of fuel, so plenty of extra time to have another go. Scott says most days ATC will skip the arc and the vector straight in. Yeah, quite right, Scott, quite right indeed. We were discussing this a little bit earlier on. I've just sort of, I can show you, sort of man-made the arc. It's not perfect, it's just, to be fair, it's instead of Ipset, we could actually just avoid this point altogether and just continue straight. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's just go straight up. Save a bit of time as well, that won't it? So if we clear that out, clear the discontinuity, straight in and round. Perfect. There we go. That works for me. Basically means I'm not vectoring myself in, I can just leave the aircraft in nav mode and it'll do it itself. Hey Skyfall, good to see you. Danny says a Saab 340 is going to land there now. What, at Birmingham? God bless them. What's the auto land limits for a Saab? Well, I mean, the crosswind is 20 knots for the 320, so I'm guessing it's not going to be auto landing in there at Birmingham. Oh wow, look at the aircraft streaking across the sky. That's quite neat, isn't it? Shiro, we are on VATSIM, there's just no ATC, sadly. I do like it when we've got VATSIM on and lots of ATC, because I don't have to talk as much. Spend time listening to them. Alright, 40 miles from top of descent. Dan says they're probably going to auto land anyway. No, I mean if you can't get a 320 on a above 20 knots crosswind on an auto land, then you're not getting a Saab 340, are you? Harry, is there ever air traffic control at Belfast on VATSIM? Yeah, loads of times. Seen it quite a lot, to be honest. Right, are we over the... Are we still over England? I think we are, just. Yeah, there's the coast. Down there, can't really see it too much. It's that time of day, isn't it, where it's just a bit murky. But stick with us, because this landing could be fun. I think it's going to be more entertaining than it is realistic. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts as tight as you possibly can, and wrap yourselves up in coats, blankets, pillows, and anything you can find. Andrew says, beautiful views, but the windscreen could do with a clean. Yeah, absolutely. Shiro, how to do the setup procedure? I'm not familiar with that acronym. Nick says he's going to grab a gin and go in. I'm not quite sure how to respond to that, Nick.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.
Good luck, Nick. You took off ahead of me, didn't you? So you've got to try and get in before me. Good luck. Wish I was there to witness it. Ben giving us a reminder of just how bad the weather is. Thanks, Ben. Captain, can I show you the self-loading cargo app just to show you how it works? Yeah, it's straightforward. Yeah, it's just a little thing there, and you can either have it automated or you can show things yourself. But yeah, it's nicely linked as well. So that's the seatbelt sign. So when I turn the seatbelt signs on up here, it's linked there. Yeah. So yeah, it's dead software now. It's not been developed anymore, but it still does a good job. Danny, oh right, so it's a single engine taxi without the APU. Well, that would involve starting the other engine off with the cross bleed valve open, then, wouldn't it? Even I'd have to look that up. It's not something I've ever done. If APU is busted, I'm not single engine taxiing. Wonder what the sky's going to look like when we get down to Belfast, whether that sun will have dropped or whether we'll be under the cloud layers and it'll just be dark. Ahmed, thank you for the sub, and Alvin as well, thank you as well. Top Pilot 825 is flying into Belfast as Ryanair. See you there, unless I've buggered off somewhere else. Manchester looks like a good safe bet. The Isle of Man's a bit rubbish. In fact, the Isle of Man's very rubbish. It's not one of the places I'd want to go. Dublin doesn't even look much better either. If we wanted to head into the Lion's Den, that's the Ryanair base, of course. Ryan says it's starting to get dull there now. Well, obviously, yeah, we're at 38,000 feet, so our sunset's going to be a lot later than yours. The sun will disappear when we go down. Ben says Edinburgh's really safe. I'm not seeing what the weather at Edinburgh is. We'd have enough fuel to get there, I think, but don't know what the weather is. Oh, Edinburgh's easy. Thanks, Ben, for the METAR. 220 at 17. Yeah. Could get a Cessna in there. Right, we'll be heading down in a sec then.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet private members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Okay, let's get ourselves down something sensible. Let's go flight level 15. Leave it managed, so descent 150 blue, down we go. Ben says Manchester's probably still better though. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot closer too. Ace Aviation says Aer Lingus has made it down. Excellent. Where's the Turkish disappeared to then? Has he got in at Manchester? Danny says even the Saab landed. Oh, don't tell the Turkish pilots that. I mean, anything could have happened. They could have just been really unlucky, you know. It only takes a gust to destabilise them the last 100 feet and that's it. You're off, you're around. Have another go. You don't really want to have a case of get there-itis. We've seen that end so badly in the past. It's not worth it. If you can get in safe somewhere else, go for it. Ben, the Turkish are going for 3-2 right at Manchester. Don't think he is. 2-3, that's better. I'm trying to get a good picture out of the window there. That's not bad. Probably have the sun in our eyes as well. Well, no, the sun should have set, shouldn't it? In Belfast now. Sun's gone down. We can only still see it because we're a bit higher up. But yeah, if we'd have been a bit earlier, the sun would have been in our eyes. Hey, Nick T. Good afternoon. Red clouds everywhere. Hey Danny, good to have you aboard. Says he's relatively new to flight simming, currently uses the fly-by-wire A320. Was wondering, does the TCAS work on that aircraft? You see planes around him, but they don't show up on the nav screen. Have you turned the TCAS on? I know that, I don't mean to sound that as a condescending question. But you do need to turn the TCAS on. It's not kind of automatic. And to do that, you need to just turn this dial here. So from standby, and then from standby, make sure it's on to TA or TARA to see the traffic around you. I don't know if the fly-by-wire does have TCAS, actually. Maybe someone else in the chat does. Ben, do we have enough gas for EGP? Where's that? It's not Inverness, is it? Hey Nick, no, I'm not. I have seen that 42 flow, but I'm not using it. Ben, it was Inverness. That was that was a good memory recall, wasn't it? Zero wins, though. I find that difficult to believe. But if that's what it says, that's what it says. I think these winds are only going to get worse, so get us on our way down. Speed's now set. Selected speed 270 knots. Ben, bit of fog in the vicinity. Yeah, well, that doesn't bother you. To be fair though, that does make sense. If you've got no wind, you'll get fog. And the opposite also being true. If it's strong wind, chances are there's no fog. Probably just see the sun dip below the horizon, won't we, before we land.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh, Sean, is Inverness in the eye of the storm? Well, yeah, I guess then it would be nice and calm, wouldn't it? FSX Simmer says the Fenix is laggy. Yeah, I've seen a few people say that. I think the only thing you can do about it really is, sadly, to play around with the app settings, see if you can find that sweet spot. Not liking these marks the windscreen wipers make. Could do without that. Danny O says, great streams. I learned quite a lot just from watching the streams. Danny, glad you found them educational, hopefully enjoyable as well. Any questions, you know where we are. Daniel says, is it worth having the Fenix with a GTX 1660? That's what I used to run, Daniel. GTX 1660 and the Fenix, so yeah, worked fine for me. FSX Simmer, do I still use the settings that I had on my YouTube video? Yes, yes I do. Ben says, Inverness, guess it would be too much work for Easyjet to send the passengers back down to Aberdeen. Well, they do fly to Inverness. Quite a few flights as well, Easyjet. But, well, they're not going to be able to just bust them down, are they? There's a bit of water in the way. Captain Q asks, is there free alcohol on this flight today? There was, but Nick drank it all. Noah, then have you encouraged the odd abrupt wind pressure changes? Yeah, Noah, that does happen sometimes when Microsoft's servers kind of inject the updated weather into the sim. We've all suffered that. Ben, yeah, easy, don't go into rest. Oh no, I never said they did, but the point is, it's not always about that. It's about when you're going to divert and you've got the opportunity to divert to a place or even a hub that Easyjet either fly to, so you know they're familiar, or they've got staff there, then that's the better choice. For example, which would be better? Diverting, let's say the only two options available were either Inverness or, I don't know, Prestwick. Then even though Inverness is further away, Inverness every time. Because the airport's geared up for it. Let's get the charts up that I want. Holding nicely on that profile though, looks decent. Ryan, Dublin perhaps even. Yeah, I mean, could go into Dublin. I mean, cool. Can you imagine the Ryanair planes seeing the loanies? It'd be like literally the stranger walking into the bar. But yeah, if it has to be done, it has to be done. And it's a big airport, you know. They've got all the facilities, and passengers could be bussed up, couldn't they? I'm sure that'd be a long, boring journey, but if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It sounds great. Asks what kind of rudders I have. I have the Thrustmaster Pendulum TPR rudders. Expensive, but very, very good. Right, seatbelt signs are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are traveling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt harness.
We've got 4,000 feet, 4,000 blue. Approach checklist. So, barrel ref, QNH is 985 hectopascals. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 468. Auto brake low. EFB is stowed. That's just before we go any further. Just get the latest weather information. Oh look, the gusts have dropped a little bit. Right, 230 at 23. So 230 at 23. Visibility is fine. 2,400, 3,400. Fuel and inverse. Temperature is 6. And QNH is now 984. And re-up. Does anyone know what re-up means? I think it's recent unknown precipitation, if memory serves, which is a daft thing. How can you have precipitation but not know what it is? Ryan suggests also Belfast City as an alternate. There's a problem though with that, Ryan. What would that be? The problem is the two airports aren't that far away from each other. The weather's probably just as bad. It's and I think the runway configuration would be even worse. Hey, Chris. Right, fun's about to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIM pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Oh, Simon, you meant that you were just about to fly over it. Right, fair enough. Some great freeway scenery as well for that airport, which we have been to before on stream. So yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, India Alpha Golf is identified. Let's start slowing down. 250 knots. Got the distance, DME, 25 miles. It's fine. Coming up at 10,000 feet. Let's get the lights on. Looks good, doesn't it? Let's see what the landing's like. Chris Morgan said he did a thing last night after work yesterday. He went to the gym and watched yesterday's live stream video on the screen whilst on the treadmill. I think it's the way forward. That's awesome. Okay, right, need to go down. So, thrust idle, open descent, a bit of speed brake.
Cabin crew, about 15 minutes to landing if you prepare the cabin, thank you.
Approach phase is activated. Hayes Aviation says the Turkish has just landed in Manchester. Yeah, you know they're rolling out taxiing, thinking now, oh, damn, now what? A night at the Ramada Inn. Okay, manage speed. Start to roll back to green dot. Glide slope. Carl says you've just watched the Philippines videos. You're off to Manila in April. Oh, nice, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing.
Autograph traffic, easy 464, 4 miles, runway 25.
Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing.
Okay, flaps one,
Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Speed 180. Come on, just need to meet that glide slope a little bit more. Right, so to start the approach, alt glide slope, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Continue down. The platform altitude 2,500 feet. Pop the spoilers away now, all looks good. Belfast traffic, EZ59, Bravo X-ray, establishing runway 25, 12 mile final. There we go, it's in sight. It's a bit murky though, isn't it? Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. Ace Aviation says he's calling a 234 for the landing. That's optimistic. I'll bounce this in.
2,500.
Radio altimeter is alive. Get the camera crew sat down early. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Here we go, guys.
Order break traffic, 8464, runway vacated.
Lock start. If we get this landing below 300, we've done well. It's not a smooth landing, but it's a safe one. Eastburst says, usually you do well with lots of wind, you float for longer and touch down less. The problem is a long landing, we don't want that. Look at that, 55 knot headwind. Belfast traffic EZ59, Bravo X-ray, established runway 25, 8 mile final.
Belfast traffic is 17 to go, is on right, down with runway 25.
A little bit of rain. Right, glide slopes happy, Mr. Approach altitude 3,000 feet. Set. Right, gear down. Spoilers. Manage speed, get the lights on. Flaps 3, speeds checked. Flaps 3. Ground speed mini doing the job. Just remember, if we need to go around, I'll call for the go around. We'll go toga, go around flaps. Get ourselves pitched up, we'll rotate, check the FMAs, once we've got positive rate, and get the gear up, and then thrust reduction should be around 1,200 feet. Okay, landing checklist. Cabin secured, go around at altitude 3,000 feet. Set eco memo landing, no blue. 51 knot headwind. Might just spin a little bit more from the left.
Belfast traffic, EZT South November. I can hear VATSIM via the SIM pilot stream, but I can't hear anything coming through my headset. Is this coming through?
Readability 5x5. And EZ59 Bravo X-ray runway 24, 4 mile final. Correction, 25, 4 mile final.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stable. Just leave the autopilot just for a little bit longer. It's doing a grand job. Looks like there's a rain cloud just dumped at the end of the field though, so if we do go around we're going to get very wet. Right, watch that wind for just changing now as we get a little bit lower down. Right, autopilot's off, I have control. So the wind's starting to drop a little bit, but just how, look how it's just no longer a bang on headwind, it's just starting to come a little bit
500.
around to the left. 500 feet is stable. Let's get back on that centre line. That's where the wind's just blowing us, isn't it? Keep pushing the nose down a bit. Picture's good.
100 above.
3 reds. It's okay.
Minimum.
Continue.
Light slope.
4 reds. Still happy with the picture.
Light slope. Light slope.
40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
Come on, get down. Here comes the rain. Okay, so we've got spoilers deployed, reverse green, decel. $70 knots, reverses off. Oh, heavy rain.
The cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated.
Lots of rain.
Easyjet 3 Alpha November, 6 miles, runway 255 Belfast traffic.
Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now
The guy coming in behind.
Please make sure that you take all your
He's going to
personal
lose
belongings
visibility
with you,
because of this rain.
checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the
Right, we
overhead
need to vacate.
lockers. Do
He's
take
6
care
miles, so
of
he's got
opening
plenty
the
of
lockers
time.
in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure. The crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news,
Belfast
promotions, flight
traffic,
and
runway
destination
25
information,
vacated
check
to the
out
incoming
our
aircraft.
official
Just be aware a
Facebook
huge
page,
rainstorm
Twitter,
is about to
or
overpass
Easyjet
the threshold.
Yeah, thank you. I can just see the end of the runway starting to disappear a bit.
Yep, very wet. Right, let's tidy up. So in the end, how was the landing? I don't get to see that landing rate that you guys get to see. Was it acceptable?
Belfast traffic, easy 2 Alpha November, landing 255 Belfast. 25, sorry, not right.
Right, let's ask GSX where are we going. Gate 13. Nick says his landing was not acceptable. Oh, 250. Oh, we'll take that any day of the week. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't come in 5 minutes later. Look at the weather now. Oh. Do love this scenery though. Anyway, we're down safe. Welcome to Belfast. So this is Pirigi's Belfast Airport. Denton, yeah, the passengers are walking. They're going to get very wet, aren't they? Joe, I've just lost my bearings. Where are we? It is this left, isn't it? It is this left. I think. Can't tell where we are. Yeah, it is this left. I love the rain effects on the windscreen. The green light scattering away.
Belfast traffic, Easyjet traffic, November, vacated 25.
Excellent, the guy after me got in. That's what we want to hear. Stand 13. Let's turn that off. Oh, wow. Look how amazing this looks with the reflections and things. Let's get that off. It's not raining that much now, is it? Oh, actually, yes, it is. I do think the water effects, again, just one of the things Microsoft Flight Simulator does incredibly well. Oh, right, we have 3 minutes. Yes, we have. Parking brakes are set. Let's shut down the engines. Let's turn these off. Job done. Get APU bleed on. Engine 1 shut down. Engine 2. All done. Seatbelt signs off. N1 below 10. Done, done. Yeah. Beacon lights off. Fuel pumps done. Lovely. Squawk 2000 stand by. Right, I'm not getting out. I'm staying here. Passengers deboard. Julie Charlie Mike says it's only missing the puddles like X-Plane. No, I think if you rewind... in fact, we'll go outside a minute. Look, the rain's just come back. I'm pretty certain we saw puddles with reflections. Request deboard. There we are. There we go. Stop the chrono and like that. I can reset that. Don't need that one. Yeah, quick look outside. Yeah, you can see, there you go, plenty of puddles. All reflecting the lights as well. Perfectly done. Great stuff. Well guys, thank you so much. Hope you have enjoyed our windy, wet flight from Amsterdam to Belfast. All went rather well in the end, wasn't it? Almost boring, which is exactly what we want. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great Thursday. Big shout out and thanks to everyone who supported the channel during the stream, and of course, as always, to our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. I'll look forward to seeing you all on the next one, whenever that may be, and of course, chatting with you guys on the Discord server and things like that. So thank you, everybody. Let's just check the doors are open for the passengers. Where's the door page? There you go. Yeah, wonderful. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day, and I shall see you all again very soon. Bye bye.